I have a problem. Should say I had a problem. I am getting over a problem that I had. Let's put it that way. I used to work in an office. I love my suits. I do. I absolutely do love my suits. I have kept my suits because my suits are not easy to come by. Sort of like plus size suits that fit perfectly, sort of a situation. Well, I have a million pairs of socks. Okay, I wish I could actually count. I bet you it's at least 100 pairs of socks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times 3, 3 times 20. Maybe 50 pairs of socks. Anyway, it's way too many socks. I'm trying to remember which pair goes with which suit. And I don't even know that I would wear socks with suits anymore. But when I worked in the office, I wore dress pants every day. And I sort of had like a thing where socks was my thing. It was my jam. But, being a type 2 diabetic, you're really not supposed to just wear any socks. You have to be very careful of circulation and your feet and blah, blah. I don't think I have a brown suit anymore. I don't think I have the brown pants anymore. So I don't think I need to keep brown socks. But I was like #obsessed with these socks. And they're old. I worked in the office from 2001. Actually, since I really got married. So from like 2000 to 2013 when we moved. No, 2011. 2010. No, 2011. April 2011. I worked in an office setting. And then when I worked in the group home, we used to get dressed up for meetings and stuff. So I'm having a little like walk down memory lane plus a little like, girl, what were you thinking with all the socks? But let me show you. I'm going to turn you around. This is a 13-gallon garbage bag full, and I'm not kidding, of socks. And full. I mean full. Hold on. Let me try to grab that. Now, some are white. There's some sweat socks down there. Not sweat socks, but like ankle highs or no-shows. Full. That's crazy, right? I have a problem. So I'm going to keep, I know that these are my favorite socks, and they're still very roomy, and they go with my navy blue suit. Like that. I can't remember which one of these gray pairs goes with the gray suit, but I'm going to stretch them both out to see which one's bigger. And the same thing with the black pair. I can't remember which black pair is my favorite to go with the black suit. But otherwise, the rest are going away. Hi, everybody. Here we are, next day, but it's really the next week. I'll probably talk about it in the voiceover, but Jim and I decided to make some sort of a work schedule. So I'll mention that as we go. But what I wanted to show you here is the original bag that I had standing up in the corner for 1,000 years of stuff I had already purged. Now that we're thinking about having a garage sale, I'm going to pack it away into these bags. These bags are scented slightly so that the clothes hopefully will not smell like smoke so much. But what I have mostly in this bag is, I've mentioned before, I used to have an office job. I worked in a day-hab facility where I was the site coordinator, basically the manager, teacher, person. I don't know exactly how you would call it to somebody not in the industry. But I had to wear professional clothes on a regular basis, and I just don't anymore. So I had all these really cute tops and sweaters and pants, and they're in a few different sizes because I have mentioned before, not really different sizes. They're all the same size, but if you know clothes, that clothes don't always have the same fit. But basically there are a few different fits because I would always put on winter weight and lose it summer weight. So I would always have like a 10-pound difference. So I have things that fit differently for the summer than for the winter. I'd like to thank you all again for joining me for the second part of the purge. This was the following Tuesday from the last part one. Like I said, we're doing purges every Tuesday, and this was from 2 weeks ago. Last week's purge should be available tomorrow or the next day. Sometime this week I should have the other parts for you where I've gotten into details about like accessories and stuff. So stay tuned for that, and then we'll see where we get done.
Why don't you just give me the roll and you can just pull it out as you need?
Or you could just give me a couple, it would be probably better. I won't lie and tell you that this isn't hard for me, because it is. Not only do these clothes represent memories and good memories, they do remind me of how hard I have worked. I think we talked about this recently in a vlog. I definitely did talk about it recently with my husband. Hold on, let me finish making this up. How fiercely independent I was. It's very difficult to let go of that. It's definitely been a challenge. When I see these beautiful outfits, and I'm like, you know, it's okay. And I always tried to buy pieces that were not trendy, so I would have them for a long time. So there is that. Some, of course, were, but most were meant to be kept for a long time. So this is very difficult for me going through it again. It was difficult to purge it, but it was necessity at the time. It's a necessity now, but it is truly difficult. I won't lie. When you work really hard for a long time, and you try to make something of yourself, when plans change, when God's plans change, you know in your heart that you have to roll with the changes, but it's hard to always convince the rest of your body that that's necessary. We talk about giving yourself grace all the time. I have to give myself grace. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unplug my ear. I'm going to finish doing this bitty little repacking of this purging, and I'll concentrate on my feelings instead of talking to you guys. All right, bye. It is very hard for me. I don't know if anybody else goes through this, but with the amount of loss that I had with my possessions, the things that I was able to hold on to mean something to me. I know that they're just things, and I understand that in the grand scheme of things, things are the things, you know. Use things and love people. It says use things and not people, and love people and not things. But it's just hard. It's hard when you grow up in a world that was not designed for your body, in a time that was not designed for your body to be the size and shape it was, and to finally come into yourself at a time when the world is being more accepting of different body sizes and shapes. Like I'm saying, I curated this collection over the course of years, and it's really very difficult to give it up, to give it away. I know it will do somebody a blessing. It'll be a blessing unto someone else right now. Whereas I really don't have much place to wear them. I was always very hopeful that I would get another office job here in Rolla, but things just had, different things worked out different ways. I have a few of these like lacy shirts, and I think I kept the white one with the red trim because it's actually sort of my favorite. I think my profile picture is in that shirt. It's one that I love to wear on Valentine's Day. But again, I feel like I had it in blue, I had it in beige, I had it in brown, I had it in black, I had it in a few colors, but they were all just a little different. I just also have so many clothes that I wore like one time and maybe they didn't fit me the way that I expected them to, or maybe I bought them to wear in layers and wore them a couple of times and maybe they got shrunk and dried, and I was just hopeful that if I lost 40 pounds they would fit me again or something. So that's another reason. Um, I'm not sure if I mentioned it today, but these plastic bags are scented, so that does help with the smoke in the clothes. It will sit there and infuse it to the clothes a little bit, which is kind of going to be good when we go to sell them. So I have Jim. If you've not seen a purge video, hi, my name is Jeri-Ann. That's my husband, Jim. I have mobility issues, but I'm like the brains of the operation. He's the brawn. I do all of the organizing stuff, and he does all the moving around of stuff. So what I have here is a pair of those like Lane Bryant smart pants that I was telling you about, and I'm going to talk to Jim. So I want to say something to you, and it's not for me to change my mind. It's just to tell you feelings that are coming up right now. Okay? When I was young, and I was always overweight, I never had clothes that fit me properly. I wore clothes that were way too long because I was wide. Pants that I would drag in on the floor. Pants that would fit my gut and not my legs. My legs and not my gut. What?
Okay.
So they ended up having to wear sweatpants from the time I was like, I don't know, 10 or 11 till I was in high school, way into high school.
Okay.
And beyond. So then they started making like leggings, came popular in the 90s, which made it easier for me. I had a couple of pair of jeans, like Bay Avenue started selling jeans and it was like, oh, good jeans.
Yeah.
So these clothes that I'm packing away right now, the real emotional issue that I'm having, and this is 100% truth, and I'm not trying to whatever, is because these clothes fit me. These are the clothes, these are like the first clothes that are like fashionable, that fit me. And I tried so hard and I worked so hard and I saved my money and I took care of them, and I like, they were lovely on me and I wore them and they made me feel good for like the first time that clothes ever did. Some of these clothes I actually had before I met you. Not many, but a few. Actually, I don't really know that probably a couple, but I don't know that there's actually that many from before I met you. No, probably not, because
Most of them
are from, because I
being wholly or worn out.
No. I just meant I didn't get an office job till after I met you. That's what I meant. I meant the office work, babe. The office clothes, babe. I mean, yes, cute everyday clothes too, but these, like, it's like, ugh. Oddly enough, I almost wish like I had the energy and the stamina to do a fashion show for you guys, to show you the clothes and how they look on me, and almost like vote, do a little American Idol on what clothes I should keep. But what I've decided to just pretty much keep the things that I wear the most now. Like I said, I hope that somebody here can find a lovely use for these. This wardrobe, because it meant so much to me. And I know that it's difficult to find plus size clothes around here. I think I've mentioned that before, which is why I order them online. But if somebody can find them around their home and then try them on and see how good they fit, and I hope that is something that will happen. Now previously I sold stuff when I first moved here. So when I first moved here, if you're new to my channel, we fled our home because of Superstorm Sandy. And when Superstorm Sandy came, I just took all of my clothes to the washer and dryer and bleached everything. And if it got ruined by the bleach, it was going to go in the garbage. But if it didn't get ruined, I could keep it. It would be disinfected. And ended up keeping a lot of clothes. A lot of stuff got salvaged. Some stuff didn't, but a lot of stuff got salvaged. So I was happy for that. But I didn't really have a place to go through them at the group home. We were just in the point where we just had to pack everything. Everything just needs to go into totes and packed and get on the moving truck and then go. So when we got here, that's when we took the opportunity to do purge things, to decide what clothes we were going to keep and what we were going to get rid of. Also, not knowing what size closet we would have when we moved here was also a bonus. Deciding exactly how much we would keep for that. So, because perfect example would be if I had a walk-in closet to myself, I wouldn't have to get rid of anything, because I don't have more clothes than somebody with a walk-in closet. I just have more clothes than my husband in this little closet, if that makes any sense. Whether you're big or small, rich or poor, old or young, it's all relative. Everything is relative to you, to your situation. Like I said, I don't have more clothes than somebody with a walk-in closet possibly could have. But you can't tell, because the closet that I have is small and it's very full. So this is why we're taking this opportunity to downsize all this stuff. Now, we have gone through all of the lingerie and underwear, and these baskets from the Dollar Tree just happen to fit perfectly 3 across in my dresser. So one of them has intimates, the other one has underwear, and the last one has socks. And that is just the perfect way to wrangle in my drawer. And I love the way that they look. And now we have 4 bags of clothes going out. Actually 5 bags of clothes going out, and all of my dresser is empty except for my bras. That's the only thing I have left to do. So this is what it looks like. So if you guys have any questions at all, you can go ahead and leave them in the comments down below. Don't forget to share with friends and family. Anybody who might be interested in hearing stories about letting go, purging items, any of that stuff. And if you haven't yet, click subscribe. When you do, a little bell will pop up. When you ring that bell, YouTube will let you know whenever I upload a new video. And as always, you guys take care. God bless, and we'll see you next time. Bye.